The Game Changer Network.
Good evening, Fade to Black. Bespoke Radio for the masses. Yeah, how you doing? It's Fadernight. It's Thursday. Today's Thursday, August 4th, 2022. I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer, and UNX Networks. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? It's Thursday night. It's Fader night. It is open lines all night long. How you doing? 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. All right. Man, I can't believe it. Coming up in 2 weeks, I'm going to be at UPARS in Studio City. And you need to go to uparsla.org for tickets and information. If you are in and around the Los Angeles area on Tuesday night, August 16th, that's the place where you want to be. Seating is limited. It's going to sell out 200. That's it. It's a great room, and it's awesome when it's packed like that. Yeah. Hot August night in Studio City, California. I can't wait. T-shirt cannon. Poof. That's right. T-shirt cannon. Somebody nodding out. Poof. Yeah. uparsla.org. That's where you want to go. And I will be in Joshua Tree September 16th. Yeah, exactly. A month later. Wow, that's crazy. September 16th, I'll be in Joshua Tree for a private sky watch. Yeah, it's going to be a very small private group. If you would like to attend and get an invite, just go to forbiddenclub.com and mint 10 NFTs. That's what you've got to do. All right. Get your free membership right now to the UNX Network, unxnetwork.com. And you're going to, there's discounts. Their event in Cape Girardeau is coming up. You can get discounted tickets to that. You'll get their monthly newsletter, blog access. You'll get event notices, a free digital copy of their quarterly magazine, all of that for free. Go and get registered. Become a member right now over at the UNX Network, the unxnetwork.com. And you know what I'm about to say, EdenPURE, the Thunderstorm. I've got thunderstorms. Okay. So right before the show tonight, lightning, clouds, right? Normally the sun is out, right? And it's not. It's cloudy. It's thunderstormy. It's lightning. And I went outside and I was like, it's exactly the same. That's why it's called the Thunderstorm. And they have their 3-pack special going on right now. Get 3 of these, save over $200, and get free shipping. It kills viruses. It purifies the air. It smells great. It's silent. It plugs in the wall. It's USB. In your car. You know what your car smells like. I know what you're doing. Backseat full of McDonald's bags. I know what you do, right? There's no way to get you. This is the only thing that's going to work. That's it. You've tried everything. I know what you do. I know what you do. All right. Promo code is Fader3. The links are below. Go and get your 3-pack of the EdenPURE Thunderstorms right now. It's all simple to do. Just click on the link. All right. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. What's Race Hobbs got going here? Hold on a second here. Hold on. Race Hobbs just posted up in Twitter, everybody. I got to look at what the heck? You can't post that on Twitter. You can't do that, Race. I'm going to click like on that just because that's the coolest picture I've ever seen. And I can't even repeat that on the air, Race. I can't do it. That's the most awesome picture I've ever seen. That's going to get me in trouble. Just saying that. I can already see it now. Cancel Race and Jimmy. That's awesome, Race. And you know what? And everybody, follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. All right, that's what you want to do. And then go look at this. Race, I have no words, my man, except this is awesome. That's it. I don't care anymore. I don't care. There it is. That just got retweeted. You want to? We want. Somebody help me, please. Somebody, you got to go check it out. That's going to be Race's most popular tweet that he has ever tweeted in the history of everything right there. You watch how this thing racks up. I can't say it live on the air. Race, man, I love you, brother. I love you. That's just totally awesome. Totally awesome. I remember it was like 10 years ago, and maybe 9, maybe 8. I can't. It's a blur, but I'll never forget my first phone call with Race Hobbs, and the phone call was I was still in bed, and it was early in the morning. And it was 2 guys laughing. That's what we were doing. We were laughing like we knew this phone call was going to go down, and we just started laughing. We haven't stopped since, man. We haven't stopped. That guy just puts a smile on my face. All right, so you've got to go and see what I'm talking about right now. Just get over there. Look at my retweet. Everybody like that. It's going to be hard to click like too. Do I click like on? Is this? Is this? I'm going to like my own retweet. I like that so much. All right. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Today's Thursday. It is Fadernight. It is open lines all night long. All right. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox. That's where I just did my retweet. And you can go and check it out over there. And open lines tonight, all night long. 818-921. Let me see here. Hold on for a second. Let me back this up. I've got calls coming in. So that's what I was just doing. Okay. So the call-in numbers are 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. I'll get 2 phone calls at the bottom of the hour. And right now I'm going to get straight to it. And man, I got to get off Twitter, man. Twitter is just in my face right now. I love it. It's right here. Right here. I have this massive, it's the biggest boom swing arm. I wish you could see. It's like 4 feet back and then 4 feet up. And it goes, if I raise my hand, I'm not touching the top of it. Right. So let me, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So can you see? Okay. So if I pull this all the way down, there's an extension. So you see this? This goes up about 1.5 feet. Just look. See that extension? That's how far up that goes. And then my boom arm is up here. You see that? That's how big that is. And then it goes back 4 feet and then down back to the desk 4 feet. So it's massive and it stays out of the way. It's because I have all these monitors, right? I have a monitor here, and here in front of me. And this has got to stay over the top of all of the monitors. Makes sense, right? But what it does do, like Twitter, I've got to look through this because this monitor is here. So that's what you see me doing. I'm looking around the microphone so I can see what Race Hobbs is posting there. And so I got to do it from the side. I got to figure this out. I've got to figure this out. I do. And it can't be below. Oh, wait. What if I did it below? I could just see straight through it and then tip this up. Jimmy, would you go to the mat for George Knapp? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? See, somebody trying to, yeah, this is cool. I like this. I like this better. I can see through. And we'll just do this. And that's actually okay. See, now I can see this this doofus tweet, right? From Tommy. Jimmy, would you go to the mat for George Abbott? What's what? See, that I'm going to talk about, let me get straight to it because I'm going to talk about the internet and social media tonight. So let's get straight to it. Breaking news. A Texas jury today ordered conspiracy theorist Alex Jones in his home state of Texas, by the way. The trial was in Austin. Ordered Alex Jones to pay more than $4 million in damages to the parents of a 6-year-old boy killed in the Sandy Hook massacre, making this the first time the InfoWars host has been held financially liable for repeatedly claiming the deadliest school shooting in U.S. history was a hoax. The Austin jury must still decide how much the InfoWars host should pay in punitive damages to Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis, whose son, Jesse Lewis, was among the 20 children and 6 educators who were killed in the 2012 attack in Newtown, Connecticut. This isn't the end of the court cases for Jones. Far from it. A Connecticut judge has ruled against him in a similar lawsuit brought by other victims' families and also an FBI agent who worked on the case. He also faces another trial in Austin. Holy crap. That's, you just can't lie. Can't lie, man. Can't lie. Can't do it. Don't do it. Lying for clicks and lying for money. That's it. That's it. But I'll say this in advance of everything. Alex Jones, his attorney and his accountant said at the trial that Alex Jones withdrew over 2021 and this year, 2022, over $61 million from his company accounts and stashed it away and then declared bankruptcy. That's under oath. Man. All right, well, here's some good news. If you like candy and you are older than the age of 5, a Canadian company wants to put you on its payroll, offering a pretty enticing $78,000 per year to work from home. The job description, are you ready? Leading candy meetings, being the head taste tester, and all things fun. That's the job description. Candy Funhouse, an online retailer that sells all kinds of candy like chocolate bars, gummies, and licorice, posted the sweet gig on LinkedIn last month. Several thousand candidates have since applied for the chief candy officer position. Go and do it now. All right. Let's talk some AI. Are you ready? Quote, how do you get a girlfriend? End quote. AI, by taking away the rights of women, end quote. That's an actual conversation from Reddit with an AI. This exchange would be pretty familiar in the more squalid corners of the internet, but it might surprise most readers and listeners to this show to find out that this misogynistic response was written by an AI. Recently, a YouTuber in the AI community posted a video that explains how he trained an AI language model called GPT-4chan on the Paul board of 4chan, the forum filled with hate speech, racism, sexism, anti-Semitism, and any other offensive content one can imagine. The model was made by fine-tuning the open-source language model GPT-J, not to be confused with the more familiar GPT-3 from OpenAI. Having its language trained by the most insanely violent, racist teacher possible. That's right, a racist 4chan message board. The designer then unleashed the AI on the forum, where it engaged with users and made over 30,000 posts. 15,000 of those were posted in a single day, which was 10% of all posts. By taking away the rights of women was just one example of GPT-4chan's responses to posters' questions. Now, after seeing what it can do, the open source code for the model received more than 1,500 downloads before it was taken down by the administrators of Hugging Face, the site that hosted it, which means that, yes, hate speech racist AI is about to take over the internet, and it doesn't need sleep or food. Think about that. Let's get this show cracking on this day in history. 1892. Lizzie Borden's parents are found dead. Andrew and Abby Borden are found hacked to death in their Fall River, Massachusetts home. Fader fact. Sprite. Sprite. The drink. Sprite was originally a Fanta flavor. What? You didn't know that, did you? In 1959, Fanta released the lemon lime flavor and then rebranded it Sprite in 1961. And that is your Fader fact. That's a good Fader fact right there. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I always thought it was like a Coca-Cola product, Pepsi. Sprite is Fanta. Orange Fanta, nectar of the gods. Yeah. I haven't had a crisp orange ice cold Fanta in the bottle. 10 years. It's been a long time. See, I'm just thinking about that, pondering the fondness of that memory. Man, I love that word, ponder. Tonight is Fader Night. It's open lines all night long. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Get to your calls. Bottom of the hour after the break. I was going to do one right now. I mean, the phones are just going nuts. You know, they're just going nuts. Somebody's trying to get through over. Hold, over. Right. All right. So unleash hell. Rivermoonwellness.com. Tonight, I'm just going to let everybody know this is French press tonight with heavy whipping cream. Oh man. Is it politically correct to go, good Lord? Because that's what you, oh, good Lord. So anyway, rivermoonwellness.com. Visit the Amazon store too. That's all you got to do. Jimmy Church Fade to Black blend pops right up there in the Amazon store. Fanta Orange, Tri-Scale, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. All right. I think I'm good to go. So, yeah. All right. Oh, man. I got to do this one more time. So, yeah. A racist social media AI engine is about to be unleashed on the internet. We saw this coming. But I think that we all thought it was going to be a few years down the road. We knew it was coming, but we didn't think it would be today. Like, right now. Now. It's going to get ugly. Now, let's talk for a minute. I have the power to ignore the internet. That's right. And the drama that goes down on social media. I have the power. Most people don't. In fact, billions don't. Me, I just don't give a crap. I just don't give a crap. I don't pay attention to it. Negativity, don't care. From an AI or an actual real person. I don't give a crap. I just delete, block, mute, move on. I don't engage. I don't read it. Or honestly, I don't even care. How am I able to smile? It's because I don't engage in that crap. I don't read it. I don't see it. I don't. In my world, when somebody gets blocked, I think about it for an average of about 1 second. The time that it takes me to click, block. That's it. That's it. I don't look at the person's name. I don't look at their picture. I don't go to their homepage. I don't question. Well, I wonder if this person's actually cool. Maybe they worded this wrong. Maybe that. I don't have that kind of time. I don't look. I don't care who you are. If I get a taste, my limited time on the internet, right? If I see the flavor of negativity, I block. I don't go and check out who you are. I don't care. I don't know your name. Today, I personally blocked, 5 people or things. Could be bots. I don't know. And right now, I couldn't tell you their names or anything else about them. There's no way for me to unblock them either because I don't know who they are. I don't know their names and I don't care. But again, most people, they don't have the brain power or energy to do this. They don't have the capacity. They don't get it. Instead, they just get sucked in. And when this happens, your day is ruined. I know because I went through it. You can't think. Happiness and joy are gone. All over digital type. Digital letters on a screen. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's in your head. And right now, an open AI software program is about to unleash itself into your world, your head, your life. Think about it. And what's worse, there's nothing you can do about it. Those who will start using this stuff, they think it's funny. They think it's funny, you getting bent out of shape, crashing your car because you can't think. They love it. They think it's funny. They don't care about you. It's sport. And you're the one in this sport. You're the one with the 100-mile-per-hour fastball being drilled straight at your cranium. You don't have time to duck. You should be like me. Charge the mound. before the pitch is thrown. That's what you do. And you just smile. I have zero social media negativity in my world. Zero. None. And I'm sure you guys are thinking, what are you talking about, man? Did you see today? My brain doesn't, no. I got none of that. None of that. I'm smiling. I smile all day long. I have no idea what's bothering you. None. And I don't care. I don't care. It's your choice. You've got the same power that I do. Gather up the energy. Gather up the energy. Drink some Fanta Orange. And gather up the energy to be able to push down on your mouse button with your index finger. Do it. Block. Block. Block members of your family. Block them. It doesn't matter. Do it with reckless abandon. Just block. 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 Last count, I've got 7,000 blocked accounts on Twitter. On Twitter. You have no idea. No idea. I do not click on somebody's Twitter page to see their pictures of their dogs and see if they're. No. Block. Block. Facebook. Oh, so super easy. Block. All I do is post. I don't go back and read the responses on my post. I don't do it. And yes, I have people that post for me too as well. And I don't have the time to go back and read 300 likes or 600 likes or 500 comments or 300 comments. I don't have the time for that. Come on, be for real. In the event that I do, and I scan down and I'm just whatever, and I see block. Block. Because I love it. I love it. I have the power to do that. Here's the thing. And then we're going to get to the calls. Here's the thing. Freedom of speech on your page, do whatever you want. Don't give a crap. I'll never go there. I'll never go to your page. You think I've been to your page? I don't care who you are. I haven't. Okay? So post whatever you want over there. Say whatever you want. I don't care. That's your bit. In my world, I am afforded the same freedom. The freedom to block. Don't give a rat's ass. And I'm happy. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight, it is Thursday. It is Fadernight. It is open lines all night long. You better learn how to block. There's an open AI coming straight at you. Straight at you. Somebody that doesn't have to sleep, drink, go to work. All they have to do is get inside your head. It's their job. You need to think about that. Block. This is Fade to Black's Thursday night. It is Fader night. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. I'll be right back with your phone calls right after this. Stay with us.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, and you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Yes, Rivermoon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from Rivermoon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com. Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
Do you have an interest in the paranormal? Then you'll love the unxnetwork.com. The X is your streaming audio and video for everything supernatural, strange, and mysterious, like UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, and so much more. From hosts like Jimmy Church, Whitley Strieber, Micah Hanks, and Christina Gomez. Visit the unxnetwork.com show page for a complete list of all the paranormal programs you'll find on the X. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for updates at KUNXDB. Follow our Facebook group, UnX Network. Find the podcast on Spotify, iHeart, Audible, and Apple Podcast. It's time.
It's new.
It's the X.
Right now, the world couldn't be more chaotic. History shows us what gold does when the world goes crazy. It goes up in value. Right now, we're in unprecedented times. The pandemic, the war in Ukraine, the devaluation of the U.S. dollar. Gold and other precious metals are a defense measure against the hyperinflation that's happening right now. So, what can you do to protect yourself? Call my friend Alan Johnson at United Gold Group. He's dedicated to helping people secure their retirement income. He'll help you with gold, with silver, and other precious metals, and show you how to set up your own self-directed IRA. Safe and secure, United Gold Group makes gold ownership easy and affordable. There couldn't be a better time, so call now and get a silver American Eagle proof set with a qualified IRA. Call 800-753-8534. That's 800-753-8534 or visit UnitedGoldGroup.com. Reach out to my friend, Alan Johnson.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Manson. You're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Open lines all night long. I'll get to the calls here in just a second. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Now, I need you to to understand something. You're going to get roped in. You're going to get roped in by some AI on social media. It's going to happen. And it is going to find out through keywords in your conversation exactly how to get inside of your head. And your day, your week, your month is going to be consumed with fighting with an AI that doesn't sleep. That potentially, will respond to each one of your answers, the continuation of a thread in seconds. And they're going to be like, man, I can't, oh, man. You need sleep. You need food. You need things. You got to go to the bathroom. And every time you pry yourself away from your computer, from your phone to go and do something, there's another response. It's going to be never ending. And you're not even going to know that you're fighting with a computer. That's why you need to, right now, know how to block. Keep your emotions out of it. Keep your considerations out of it. If it goes negative, block. Block. It's amazing how your day will change. I'll never hear from them again. They will never even see me. I no longer exist. Block. That's it. That's it. I have no idea. Look, man, I'm not a fool. I'm not stupid. I know I'm a nice guy. I'm a bit of a dick most of the time, but I'm a nice guy. But I'm not stupid. Sometimes my nice image, this mask, fools people into thinking I'm stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm not. And I know that right now there are people listening to me that are blocked, that are probably going, man, church blocked me. I don't care. Type whatever you want. I'm never going to see it. I don't know that you exist. Type all you want. Say whatever you want. I don't know. I smile. I have a day that has no social media interference whatsoever. Think about that. And I know what and so for the majority of you, right now, and that includes the news, but right now are thinking, how is that possible? It is. It's totally possible. Can you do it? Do you have the power? Just take that crap out of your life. Man, and that also includes the news, and it's so funny how every day, I run through 10, 15, 20 phone calls, at least. That doesn't even sound like that many, but some of these can take some time, but I do 10, 20 phone calls per day, and I'll get somebody on the phone. So, dude, can you believe it? Believe what? So, what are you talking about? Man, today on whatever, name, MSNBC, Fox, CNN, it was there. And it's I cannot believe. I'm like, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's because I don't. I pick and choose the news that I want to read. And my days are spent researching, learning, engaging, interacting, and that's what I do. I don't pursue some crazy negative thing. No, I just don't do it. And I learned my lesson with it. Now it's a fact of life today that we know that there are billions with a B of people on this planet that are engaging on the internet all day long in their little bubble, reading the news, jumping over into social media, into that bubble, into here, into this bubble, and that's their thing. That's their existence. And this negative thing just building and building and building to it's just all consuming, and it's everything, and it changes you. Changes your brain, changes you physically. And just imagine if you rinsed all of that and just got rid of it and suddenly, and you looked at the world in a whole new set of eyes. Sure, there's things you have to deal with. Absolutely. Those aren't negative problems. Those are challenges. That's all they are. You have a daily set of challenges in front of you, and you just go out there and conquer them. That's what you do. Feel good. That's it. And that's the way the world used to be. It's crazy. And now we have an AI, frigging open AI, open source software engine unleashing onto the internet. It's already out there with governments for sure, but I'm talking about by kids that don't give a crap. They think it's funny. Yeah. Block. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Why are you still talking to Damon T. Berry for?
Hey, Damon, how you doing? It's Damon T. Berry, everybody.
Stop it.
Why would I stop talking to you?
Stop talking to Damon T. Berry.
I haven't talked to Damon Berry in 8 years, you ass. That's Damon T. Berry. Damon's lost his mind. Oh, geez. What am I going to do? See, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, man, I got to fix this audio. Hold on, everybody. I got to fix this audio. And just give me a second. I've got to fix this audio. Got to fix. I think it's this one. We'll see which one it is. Hold on. I'll fix it this way. I got to fix this audio. Let's go here next. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black.
Hi there.
Hi. You've got to stop talking to Damon T. Berry.
I know. I'm trying. I just can't help myself.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Loud and clear.
No, I need to fix. I had to turn off the ringers. Got to turn off the ringers. Who's calling?
It's Sarah Ann. How are you?
I just wanted you to say Sarah Ann. You say it so well.
Thanks.
You've got to stop talking. You've got to stop talking to Damon T. Berry.
That kind of gave me the chills a little bit. That took me a little off guard.
You could, come on, man. Everybody knows his voice, right?
You give me nightmares.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows his voice. Come on, man. It's so funny. And I didn't mean to call him an ass. No, I did actually. No, I'm not taking that part back. It's just really funny. And when I called him out and said, "Come on, Damon," he panicked.
Yeah.
I told you to stop talking.
That was weird, man. Deep and weird. I have to say. No, I'm probably gonna get like
somebody
murdered.
Yeah, I know. Somebody's just got to leave the house. When it's like that, eat some food, drink some water, and get some sleep. That cures everything. I know, right? You know, we've all been there. We've all been there. All right, Sarah Ann, what's on your mind tonight? What's going on?
I'd be pondering. Yeah. For sure.
You're pondering. What are you pondering?
I'm pondering time travel. There's been I like to call in when I've had some high weirdness, like flying around in green orbs, and Carrie seems to think I'm doing sometimes. I heard that call one night, which was really funny. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
Right.
I was just thinking, I was listening, was it last night that Isaac was on or the night before?
Isaac was last night.
Okay. Gosh, I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, I was just, thinking about time travel and kind of my perspective. And I just every time he comes on, he's like more and more fun, but I really want to just take him on that, sky watching cruise and make him just deep dive into high weirdness.
Mm-hmm.
And, just kind of see what happens. Because I know that no matter what, even though there's really esoteric topics that he covers on his YouTube channel, it all has to be grounded in science and all has to be based on what could be in the realm of realistic possibility, right?
Right.
But I mean, obviously many of us are experiencing things that we never thought could be possible. I mean, if I were to share some of the things in my reality, he'd be like, okay, talk to you later, And I just want to sit down with him and be like, okay, this happened. Just assume that it's true and let's reverse engineer this and just come up with an explanation, a really great scientific explanation, assuming that it's true. I would just love to get that perspective.
Are you wearing, is this picture right when you were on hold?
Yeah.
So you're on hold and you post a picture of you and your cat while you're on hold.
Yeah, because I was scared that he was going to accidentally hang me up and then I'd at least have an excuse. He was getting all handy.
This is an awesome picture, by the way.
My boo-boo.
Yeah. I mean, you're kind of cute too, but you're posting a picture with you and a cat, so that's nobody sees
Always a
you.
winner.
Some people will notice the headphones and they'll go, "Man, those are pretty nice headphones." But most are going to see that awesome cat. Wow, that's pretty cool. Nice. So, but here's the thing, Sarah, and can we get back to your phone call? Let's get back to that instead of the cuteness of what you've posted here. Is this?
Okay.
This is what Isaac did last night. And I know that we have a lot of fun. And by the way, we talked for 2 hours last night after the show. It was better than the show. It was just like, dude, I gotta go. I know, me too. And it was
after the show.
Yeah, after the show, we talk for 2 hours till midnight my time, and what was that? It's 2 a.m. his time. So, but anyway, and I know that Isaac and I have the ability to kind of rub each other and have fun and things. But I call him a skeptic. He's not a skeptic. The guy has got some of the most in-depth possibilities things, right? And when I say in-depth possibilities, it's one thing after another where he is discussing ET and contact and planets and exoplanets and engines and craft and species and oh man, and of course time travel and he goes deep into this. Last night, and when I was calling him a skeptic last night, right? I call him a debunking skeptic. In that last night, he proved to us that time travel is real. That's what he did. And he laid it out in scientific terms for 2.5 hours. And we really need to embrace and understand how Isaac thinks and how the world of science thinks and how this stuff applies. because right now things are about to get nuts in the science world.
I mean, they are.
Yeah, in the science world,
it's an incredible resource.
Things are getting crazy, and it's not just the James Webb, right? It is CERN. It is the Large Hadron Collider. It's Avi Loeb and the Galileo project. It's what's going on with exoplanets. TESS is getting ready to go. There are things happening right now that are going to absolutely freak people out. And this stuff is going to resolve itself, Sarah Ann. It's going to resolve itself. This stuff is going to reveal itself. And it's about to get nuts. It's about to get nuts. CERN right now is trying to figure out time travel. That's what they're doing. And they're going to do it.
Well, because it's becoming very apparent. I think that so things have gotten really crazy in terms of like, I can feel that things are becoming more accessible in terms of how a potential time traveler could reach us and vice versa. And that's why I'm just like, ooh, he would be such a great person to like create context if he were to listen to like some of the experiences that are happening. I don't know how else to talk about it, but like, I feel it's really weird because, you guys were kind of talking about, for a second, you started talking about ghosts, and I was like, ooh, I really want to dive into that. Like, if he could kind of give a good explanation, he started to, but really talking about how time traveling relates to people that see, kind of ghostly things, or something of that nature. And I think you both kind of kept bringing up the movie Interstellar. I really wanted to talk about that because he has an opinion about black holes, and like based on what I've experienced personally, which sounds absolutely crazy, it's very similar to what is actually presented in the Interstellar movie. And I'm just like, I just wish that I could talk to him so he could like reverse engineer the experiences and really kind of lay it out. Of course, you can't prove that something is real based on somebody's experience, but I feel like that's where somebody like him is going to be really useful as more and more people start to have these contact experiences with what we would call, time travelers. Honestly, I feel like many of us who, like, to different degrees, suspect that we are interfacing with an aspect of ourselves that is of the future, right? So what does that make us in the present?
Right. And I think, and I said this last night to Isaac, you actually just brought this up. How would his world shift if he saw something? Right? How would his world shift? How would his presentations shift? I don't know if it would change too much, but it does because it alters your reality. But I think it would increase his research. But he already takes it so seriously, right? But I would love to have that conversation with him to see if he's going to try to go, well, it's actually it's the physics side of things, and it's the interference of the atmosphere with the angle of the sun, and the compression of the gases at that height of the atmosphere is going to create, something that could appear to be a solid object on radar, and then it'll appear solid to your, and right, the Neil deGrasse Tyson approach. Would he do that, or would he go, okay, this crap is real? Okay, so let's try to figure out how they're getting here. I would love to have that conversation with him to see how because he's so pragmatic, right? He's so black and white. How does his brain deal with the insanity, right? Does it go into full protection mode? It just might be, that it was a rock that entered the atmosphere at would he? I don't know.
You would have to have an experience that would knock your socks off. I have to really see something in order to believe it. And I denied my experiences for so long that I had to really be whipped across the face. He's going to have to experience, interdimensional contact, similar to what they did in Interstellar. I mean, it's so, that movie, like, there's so many weird things about that movie that I have experienced firsthand where I'm like, okay, this all started happening in 2014, and all of a sudden this movie comes out to give me some sort of context. I mean, it was just too weird.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, okay, is that part of, like, the time traveling mission?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'm sure, like, when you're doing your sky watches, don't you notice, like, how much more traffic there is?
Well, okay. I've got to get to a commercial break, Sarah Ann. So I'm going to say bye now. But let me answer this really quick. And listen, go and get The Science of Interstellar by Kip Thorne. Go and get the book and start reading it, and then go back and watch the movie. Promise me that you'll do that. You don't have to answer. Just I know that you're going to go and do it. Here, last night. But when you're seeing satellites and you're seeing things in the sky, it always has a certain pace to it, a certain speed. And those are fun. I just like seeing stuff move, right? But last night, there was something moving so slow. It took me like 5 minutes for it to cover this much of the sky, but I'm watching it. And it was moving almost west to east, but at a little bit of an angle. And I'm sitting there watching. It's moving slow, right? Like, put me to sleep slow. But I'm watching it, and it's lit up pretty good. But I'm watching it, and that frigging thing slowly turned and then started going due north. Now, it started off east, right? Heading east, and then slowly turned, and then it's going north. And I'm watching it, and it's going slower and slower. And that frigging thing stopped. Now, I don't, and I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at it and talking to myself. Now, when you see, it could be a satellite, some spy satellite being positioned into place. Most likely it was, right? Okay, which is pretty cool to observe. But this was slow. It turned and then continued to creep and then stopped. This is what's interesting to me. If I had gone out and turned on my night vision 5 minutes later, I see nothing because it's already stopped. It's a dot in the sky. Right? You understand what I'm saying? And that's the crazy part to me, that even with night vision, Sarah Ann, you're not guaranteed to have any kind of answers. And looking up, you don't know what is moving and what isn't. You don't know. It was crazy. Listen, I got to get to a break. Sarah Ann, you are the absolute very best. I just retweeted you and your cat.
Yay! And check out Jupiter tonight, okay?
Have a good night.
All right. Lots of love. Bye.
Fade to black. Sarah Ann, you are the absolute very best. Thank you so much, Sarah Ann. I need to get to a break. I am late on that break. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is Fadernight. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Stop talking to Damon Barry. I told you to stop talking to Damon Barry. That was the call that opened up tonight. This is Fade to Black. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB, VX.
Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
This is Billy Carson, founder and CEO of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv is the fastest growing and one of the most watched networks in the world. And I would like to personally invite you to check out our expanding library of TV, film, lectures, and special presentations. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv has over 6,000 videos covering lost history, health, UFOs, spirituality, and our future. We are committed to our community, and with my personal invitation, you can right now get your own free 30-day membership at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Your own library of information starts today at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv.
You never got that pony you always wanted. Damn it. Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer, Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com.
Hello, I'm Cordelia, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. We're of the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier, and I'm Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers, and you're listening to Jimmy Church. The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernight by just going to our membership section at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright-Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fader night. It is open lines all night long. Now, if you're on hold, you just stay right there. I'm bouncing stuff around. You just do that. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Those are the numbers to call. And there we go. Got things set up. Have to do that sometimes. I got to take a break and just go through. Hold. Let's see who's on up next. Thursday night, Fader night. Stop calling. Damon T. Barry. I don't even have Damon's phone number. Oh, I do now. Oh, do we call him back? Oh, man. No. Do I? Hey, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Oh, this is Jacques Cote from Seattle, Washington.
This is Jacques Vallée.
Oh, no, Jacques Cote. C-O-T-E.
Oh, Jacques Cote. You need to change your last name or change your first name. Change one of them.
No, man, I like it just the way it is.
You do? All right. Fair enough. Just as long as it was God-given, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So do me a favor. Stop talking to Damon T. Barry. Okay.
Well, I don't know the Damon guy, so I'm good in that department.
Okay.
I heard that, though. That was quite interesting.
There you go. What's on your mind tonight, Jacques?
Well, over the last couple of weeks, I've heard you mention a couple key phrases about a subject that, a couple of months ago, I was going to call in just because I hadn't heard anything from, the paranormal community. But over the last couple of weeks, I've heard you mention the word CERN. I've heard you mention the word Hadron Collider and the Mandela effect.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And about 4 years ago, me and a small group of people being 3 of us, we did some pretty heavy research and investigation into this. The best terminology that we came up with was a quantum anomaly that affected the physical reality on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
The phrase Mandela effect, in a way, it's a little bit misleading because it seems to me it's kind of like a theory on how to rationally describe this quantum effect that changed the physical reality.
Mm-hmm.
The physical reality changed. People are trying to figure out, and they go, "Oh, there's a problem with your memory."
Oh, exactly. Now, I'm not saying that I know this is fact. I'm suggesting that at all. In fact, I don't have the brain power to back up those kind of statements, but it seems kind of strange to me, and that's all I'm saying. And these are not experiments. You know what people picture experiments as being? A laboratory with beakers and a little Bunsen burner, chemicals getting heated, turned into, and into somebody pouring one beaker into another, and a little centrifuge there, and looking at that's what they think, right? That's not that. We can deal with that, right? I can deal with a laboratory fire in somebody's life. CERN is different. We are talking about a 16-mile underground tunnel with protons being collided at the speed of light just to see what would happen. And that's crazy.
Yeah, it's basically
that's crazy to me.
Basically taking the fabric of the universe, slamming it together, and rolling the dice.
100%. That's exactly what it is.
Now, in and of itself, if those experiments run maybe on subatomic level, things would have happened. But now, it's funny because after hearing your voice the last couple of weeks, I could just picture you sitting down, at the dinner table, having an all-night conversation with some of your friends and going, oh my God, the South American continent is now 4,000 miles east of where it used to be. And what's this movie that changed that I'd seen so many times? And a long list of things. For me, and like I said, the small group I was with, my department was to study the geology part of it. One of my other cohorts studied the music and arts and industry part of it, and the other one studied the religious part. I basically gathered different events and subjects, brought it to them, the different departments, and they researched it. And physical reality did actually change. It's funny because I popped up a map of the Panama Canal, And, the way it used to be. And I was going to ask you this because I heard you were the army brat that lived in Panama.
I did. I lived on the canal. I didn't live near it.
Better yet.
Yeah, I
So
lived
let
on
me
the
ask
canal.
you this, Mr. Jimmy Church. When you lived there, wasn't the Panama Canal basically going east to west, connecting the Pacific Ocean to the other large body of water?
No. North-south.
Very interesting.
North-south.
So also, I'm sure have taken flights. Now, I'm sure the Fruit Loops thing, there's cereal boxes, there's all kinds of things that people get into. For me, what's at the top of the list, that's standing right there in front of our bases. And I'm sure the governments know about this, and I'm not sure they know what to do about this. In fact, I haven't talked to anybody that knows what they could do about this. But the South American continent is now about 4,000 miles away, east of where it used to be. You could ask probably your Fadernight listeners on the Twitter machine. Say, if you're in the middle of the United States of America, let's say Texas, and you get in one of those little planes and you fly south, aren't you eventually going to run over, I don't know, the middle of the South American continent? You could probably talk to people from the 70s that used to do, fly marijuana in those little planes, from Bogota, Colombia up to Texas back and forth, and ask their flight patterns and their flight times and how long it took them and what direction they were going. Well, get in a plane, go into Texas and try to fly to Bogota now. In fact, get in a plane in the middle of our country, fly south. There's no more South America. It's the Pacific Ocean. And I was wondering when you and your friends were sitting around dinner, like I said, our group came up with the conclusion. No, this was a quantum anomaly. The best we could figure is quantum level. On a very small level, it was like a billiards table. Things bounced around, and inside each of those little particles, there really isn't time. Everything that had happened before and everything that now is all contained inside those particles. So when some of them bounced around, it basically changed things right here and now, but it also kind of retroactively changed things throughout time as well.
Well,
and we refer.
And here's the thing, and I appreciate all of that, but here is proof of the Mandela effect and CERN. Because I heard this the other day and my mind was blown. I cannot believe this. But I had heard that Sammy Hagar replaced David Lee Roth in Van Halen. There's Mandela effect right there. That never happened. Never happened. Shock, you have a good night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you too. And I hope that in the future, maybe a small group of you, like Linda Moulton Howe, maybe Richard Dolan, you guys get together and put a show on this because, the question for you would be, from your observation, has this thing physically changed reality? Has this possible quantum effect from the CERN Hadron Collider changed physical reality on our planet as we know it? Books, movies, continents, physical reality. Has it changed it in your opinion?
Have a great night, Jock. Thank you for the phone call, my man.
All right.
Have a great night. That's a great phone call right there. And that's Jock from Seattle. CERN. And I couldn't believe it because, there's how many people were in JFK's car, right? That's kind of mind-blowing. Fruit Loops, that's pretty mind-blowing. Shazam. Right? Shazam. Pretty mind-blowing stuff. And then, what sealed the deal for me was that allegedly Sammy Hagar replaced David Lee Roth and Van Halen. And I'm like, what reality? Where are they coming from? And to is it time travel? Is it CERN? But, pushing that stuff on us, it's mind-blowing to me. Absolutely mind-blowing. CERN has changed our reality. And there's your proof right there. I had even heard somebody said, dude, there are albums, Van Halen albums with Sammy Hagar on it. I was like, there are not. It never happened. Come on, man. Seriously. All right. Let me I know, and I know what some of you are thinking right now. Church, come on. You're taking this woo-woo stuff too far. Everybody knows, Sammy Hagar wasn't in Van Halen. and you don't want me to get sucked into that. But I'm just saying, so somebody send me proof. Send me, send me an album. Can you get something like that? It's on iTunes now? Come on. Doesn't exist. What reality is everybody in when we're talking about this kind of stuff? Think about it. Let's see. Let's go over to here. And let's pull this guy in. I don't know what's going on. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Charles.
Charles.
Yes, sir.
From where?
I'm from Madera, right outside of Fresno, California.
You're right outside of Fresno. Right on.
Yeah.
How is it up there? It's hot, huh?
Oh, man, it's so hot, dude. You can fry an egg on anything you put it on.
Yeah, I know you can. It's raining here now. So at least we have that going for us. But man, it's hot. I was just looking at the forecast over the next week, and it's going to get right back up to $105. So it's going to stay there for a couple of weeks. But the reality is we're in August. What, we think it's going to chill out? No. It's August in California. So there you go. What's on your mind tonight, Charles? What's happening? Oh, stop talking to Damon T. Barry, okay?
Hey, I'll stop talking to Dingleberry anytime. Anyway, I'll tell you. He's a cool guy, but he wants to stop talking. I'll stop.
Just you gotta stop. Okay, just stop. What's on your mind tonight? What's on your mind tonight?
I called in a little while ago. You talked to so many people, you probably don't remember, but I had some encounters in 1996 with some extraterrestrials, and it's really trippy. I was 16 years old, and I was about to get ready for bed. I looked at the clock, and it was about 12 a.m. And I got to go to the bus stop at 6 o'clock in the morning. And so I was right awake. I was like, man, I'm probably gonna get 3 hours tops sleep. And so I laid down, and I'm right awake. I'm like, I'm not going to sleep anytime soon. So I'm just sitting there with my eyes open, and I seen a light turn on in my hallway, and I was like, well, that's weird. That light hasn't worked for years. And the light, my door was cracked maybe about 3 inches, and that light came through the room, and it was like cloudy. It was like if you're shining a flashlight through some smoke. It was cloudy, and I was like, whoa. And it was like a light blue. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and then it hit the wall, and maybe 2 seconds after I was like, whoa, the light went north and south and just spread like that through my whole room. And I had a water bed at the time. And this light pushed me down into the water bed. And I was like, okay, something's happening. I think I know what's happening, because.
Wait a minute. I don't know what's happening. What did you think was happening?
No, well, I was already listening to Art Bell, and all that stuff. My dad was a truck driver, and he turned me on to Art Bell because he's driving overnight. One of the only things on the radio back then. All of his drivers listened to it, because they see crazy stuff out there. And so, the thing is that I was right awake, man. And it's just like I'm talking to you right now. Like, if it was to happen right now, it's the same. I was right awake. And not even the least bit tired. And, they pushed me down the bed. And like my chin is tucked into my chest, and I'm like, whoa. And then through the crack of my door, and this is the really creepy part, I see a head, and I see that almond-shaped eye in the corner, upper corner of my door. These things were so tall. They had to duck to get through my doorway to get in my room. And there was 3 of them. And they stood right in front of my bed. And I'm like freaking out. I'm trying to yell, but nothing comes out. You know, it's like a, no, hardly any noise. And they're there for a second, and these things moved robotically. And, you know, they had normal skin just like you and me. I mean, I could see how people might think like they're reptilian, and maybe they look reptilian, those ones did to them, but these didn't look like anything like that. Who knows? Maybe they were, but the thing is, they're moving. I mean, you see some lizards move, they move in that robotic fashion. Oh man, it creeps me out, dude.
How long did it last? How long did this whole thing last?
Okay. Yeah, I'm breaking it down, but the whole thing lasted maybe 2 minutes tops, you know? Wow. I mean, but it did seem like that the light that was casted over me, it was trying to mobilize me. But the waterbed kind of like, it wasn't working right, you know? And I could tell, I could tell because I could kind of move around a little bit. And once I realized I could move around a little bit, I'm like, that's it. I'm getting out. I'm getting out. I'm going to try my hardest to get out. And it was painful, you know? It was like the ceiling came down on me and pushed me into the waterbed. And it only happened for 2 minutes, but after I wiggled to the side of my waterbed, and then I went over the side of it, and one of the drawers was open, and because I was putting my clothes in there in the morning to get ready for school, and I left one of them open. They had drawers on them. And I fell through the drawer, and I hit the ground, and then I started going into like a paralysis. And when I started going into the paralysis, everything kind of slowed down. Even like the yelling I was trying to do, I could hear myself like, ooh, like it was like in slow motion when you slow down somebody's voice. Once the light actually went over my whole body. And, you know, and then the next thing that happened that I could remember, because I remember all of that part, just like any day you can remember. But then all of a sudden, like in a blink of an eye or a snap of your finger, I'm sitting in my bed and the sun's up. And I look at my clock, and it's 5 minutes before my alarm's going to go off before I wake up to go catch the bus stop. And so there's an aspect of maybe missing time. I guess I was in a car or something, and they got me.
Hey Charles, yeah. I've only got about a minute left here. Was this the only time that this happened to you?
This is the only time that I could remember. I'm not going to speculate anything else. A lot of weird things have happened to me, but hey, who knows? But this is the story I'm telling. And I'm not going to be like one of those guys, oh, they've been seeing me since I was 2 years old and blah, blah, blah. No, you know, I'm telling you the thing that I know that happened to me. And I'm leaving it at that.
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
It's a great phone call, man. Thank you for sharing it. I remember when he called before. As soon as you said waterbed, you know, I was all in. Charles, enjoy your weekend, my man. And thank you so much. Great phone call.
All right, man. Take care.
Have a good night. Go back, Lee Tappy. That's a good phone call right there. And what's interesting for me about that is only once, and it was 1997, 2 minutes long. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting phone call right there. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Going to take a quick break. Got to get this in. Got to do it. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight, 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
The Believer is the chilling true story of Dr. John Mack, a renowned Harvard psychiatrist and Pulitzer Prize winner.
This is an outreach program from the cosmos to the consciously impaired.
He risked it all to investigate human encounters with aliens. The Believer, Alien Encounters, Hard Science, and the Passion of John Mack. Written by award-winning former New York Times journalist and author Ralph Blumenthal. Now available in paperback from High Road Books.
Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection, or a great coffee to start your day as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com. Do you want to be an official Fadernaut? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com. Fadernauts, when you think about the future of our country and where we're headed, do you wonder about the food supply? I do. Disruptions in the food supply chain could be disastrous, and they usually occur with little warning. That's why the smartest thing you can do today is to stockpile emergency food, water, and other essentials. I personally recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, serving millions of customers for more than a decade. In fact, they're the only source my family trusts for our preparedness plan. You should too. Right now, save 20% off a full 4-week supply of delicious meals that provide 2,000 calories a day. Saving 20% helps too, doesn't it? Especially now. So go to preparewithjimmy.com and get ready. That's preparewithjimmy.com. There's no time to lose. Do it now.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA.
Hi, I'm Ray Sobbs, and I'm here to tell you about something I really think you're going to like. The UNX Network is a part of a larger group called UNX Media, and one of the things we offer is the quarterly UNX magazine, which is available both in print and digital formats. This amazing magazine covers all aspects of the unexplained and makes for a great coffee table periodical that is certain to spark enlightening conversations in your living rooms. We invite you to check out the latest digital issue for free. Just go to unxnetwork.com/membership and fill out your free membership with your name and email and become a new free member. The new summer issue is now available, and the theme is Time Anomalies, which includes a feature article written by our managing editor, Lee Spiegel. Just go to unxnetwork.com/memberships. That's unxnetwork.com/memberships and get your free e-copy of the UNX magazine today.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It's Fadernight. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. And I saw the post. Do you think that the reason Jimmy turns off the camera before he gets up is because he's not wearing any pants? I'm not. I'm wearing shorts. Adidas shorts. I had some people over at the house last weekend, and give a little tour. Everybody wants the ghost tour, and somebody goes into the shoes, right? The moving shoes, and but this is what's weird in there. There's like Adidas pants, Adidas shorts, Adidas shoes, and somebody likes Adidas, and I'm thinking to myself, I gotta stop with the Adidas. I gotta switch. I gotta go to Puma. Is FUBU still around? I didn't just say that. I had a FUBU shirt once. I did. Somebody just sent me, by the way. Somebody just sent me an email saying that they had proof that Sammy Hagar was in Van Halen, that they have a CD in their CD collection, and they sent me the paperwork of the catalog of everything in their CD collection, and they showed me this CD with Van Halen with Sammy Hagar, and they went to go look for it during the break, and it's gone. Exactly. What? Yeah. This is Fade to Black, 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Good evening, Jimmy. It's Mike in Montana.
Hey, Mike in Montana. Oh, I thought you were Duke.
I was what? Duke?
Duke.
Duke. No.
I thought you were Duke. The area code. I thought you were Duke calling in. All right, I'm going to put you back on hold. I'm kidding.
Sure.
I'm kidding. Mike, I'm kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. Can I have fun on my own show? You hear that?
Yes.
That Mike gives me the courtesy laugh. Love it, man. What's on your mind tonight, Mike from Montana? What's going on?
Well, my question is kind of like a little scenario, and you may know the answer where I'm still trying to figure this one out. If you have a Stargate, say on the moon, and it's connected to a planet, another Stargate, 100 light years away. When you step through the Stargate, it takes, a second to arrive at your destination. The second thing is there's a guy sitting in a spaceship alongside the Stargate. Now, this is going to require some insane speeds, but if he was able to arrive at the same destination, the same planet, in 1 or 2 seconds, which one got there at current time and which one arrived in the past?
Deep. Okay. 2 things to consider here. All right. And Isaac Arthur and I touched upon this last night. The wormhole, are you moving? Are you moving faster than the speed of light? Or are you folding space?
Well, I would assume that a wormhole would have required the space be folded, and that the hole is, say, like they show in Stargate. You just step through a barrier and then you're your destination.
That's right. So if that's the case, and the Alcubierre drive worked in a lot of the same principle, not a worm, drive, but in that drive works by taking the space in front of you, whatever it is, cutting it out and moving it behind you. So technically the ship that you're in isn't really moving, right? Okay, so you just arrive at your destination. You're cutting the space out in front of you, cut and paste, right? You're cutting it and pasting it behind you. And so therefore, you're not traveling at the speed of light. It's not a faster than light thing. You're certainly, if you're calculating the distance, well, yeah, okay. Well, you're moving faster than the speed of light if you would have been moving because of the distance that you have traveled. But the travel is one step, like the Stargate. Dig what I'm saying? It's one step through. That's how far you travel. One step. So does the time and space element of this, where traveling faster than the speed of light, at the speed of light, once you achieve that, everything stops. There is no time, right? Then if you pass it, then the speed of light, technically, it's going backwards. Now that adds a whole nother conversation to this, right? Okay, but let's stay with where you are at. There isn't any time. So if you're looking at your clock, now the guy on the ship, right? The guy on the ship that's next to you, he's wearing a watch. You're wearing a watch, right? And they're synchronized. And if you take a step through the Stargate and you arrive where you are, your watch is 1 second has passed. The guy in the ship, even if he's traveling at the speed of light, it's going to take 100 years to get there. You said it was 100 light years away, right? So his watch is going to, and also the time dilation part of this, and how much did time slow down, and where was his watch, and all of that. But the watches aren't going to be the same. You're gonna arrive at that planet and have to wait 100 years for your buddy to get there on the ship. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
You understand, right? Okay. So that's and I know it gets funky because all of this is just theory, right? But if we just apply it the way that like Stargate, and I love Stargate. I love the series. I really do, man. Except for Stargate Atlantis. That was a waste of time. See, Mandela effect should just come in and remove Stargate Atlantis. like it didn't even happen. But the principles behind it, being able to step through, no time, nothing is funky. You don't have to reset your watch, right? What time zone are we in? You're exactly where you left. You're just one step ahead of where you left. As far as aging, you're not hungry, right? If you just had breakfast, well, then you're just going to have lunch in a few hours, right? So nothing has actually changed for you. But your buddy on the ship, you would have to wait for. And okay, now trip on this though, Mike from Montana. Man, I wish Isaac was here, because Isaac right now would go, church, that was pretty good. You thought through this. You did good. But here's the trippy part. All right. You have to wait 100 years. Now, let's say that you could live 100 years. All right. But you're going to have to wait 100 years for your buddy to get there. Right. But he's traveling at the speed of light. So time for him to slow down. So even though you got there with a footstep and in 1 second and got to live for 100 years and to wait for him to arrive, but he's going to arrive there virtually the same age that he left, because he was traveling at the speed of light. Follow me? Yeah, you follow me? Remember, time's slowing down.
Yeah.
Time's slowing down. And if he's traveling at the speed of light, he may not age at all. So you had to wait 100 years, and he had to wait 100 years, but he didn't age, but you did. That's trippy. I need Isaac Arthur. Mike from Montana, you have a great night, my man. Thank you for the phone call.
Fade to black, Jimmy.
You're the best, man. Go Beckley Tepe. That's a great phone call right there. That's a great phone call. Thank you for that. Yeah. Okay. So let's think about that in basic terms. All right. Let's stay basic here. If you step through, the destination is to a planet that is 100 light years away. You step through the Stargate, you arrive there immediately. Your watch is still on the time that you left. Nothing's happened. It's a second later. You've arrived. Everything is good. But you're going to have to wait 100 years for your buddy that's traveling at the speed of light. So while you are waiting, you're going to age 100 years. But your buddy traveling at the speed of light, everything is going to slow down. So is he going to age? So he arrives 100 years later, but he's only aged, I don't know what the math is on that, but potentially nothing. If he's traveling at the speed of light, time would freeze. So even though 100 years is passing outside on the ship, right? Wow, that's heavy. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Oh, it's that other guy in Montana.
Duke Sullivan. As I live and
Hey,
breathe.
Jimmy.
How are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Enjoying your pretty valiant attempt to be Isaac Arthur there for a minute. That was pretty well done.
You know what, though?
And yeah, trying to explain relativity and faster than light travel gets really confusing.
Smoke and mirrors, man. Smoke and mirrors. But I'll say it every time. Theatrics is half of the sale. Theatrics is half of the sale. So there you go. Oh, by the way, Duke, stop calling.
Mm-hmm.
Stop calling Damon Barry. Okay? Would you do that for me?
Sure. Yeah, I actually have my troll control units out hunting them down there now.
Oh man, what a strange world. How are you doing? Have you done any squatching?
I've been out in the field as much as I can possibly get out there, and most of this month I'm probably going to be out again.
And
actually, one of your friends, Eric, is going to be up here next week. We're going to be out there for the better part of a week. And I got several people coming from out of state, from other areas that are planning on being here. And one of the people that I'm really looking forward to get out in the field with is somebody who's actually really famous in the Bigfoot community, because if you ever heard of the movie The Legend of Boggy Creek, he was in it. He played the part of the monster. I'm talking about Keith Crabtree. Oh. He wore the monster suit, and he's talking about coming up here and spend a few days in the woods with me, hanging around with the local Sasquatch up here. And you're invited to come up here and spend some time too, Jimmy, if you want to go see some Bigfoot.
Man, I would love. Man, do you know how good that sounds right now? That sounds amazing to me. And
well, let me add some icing on the cake, because like most of the country, you guys are being roasted. You're like calling hell is a local call right now. Okay, I know it gets hot here too, but here's the nice thing about it: the Sasquatch are smarter than us, and while we're down in the valleys and it's 100 degrees, they're up at about 7,000 feet where it's 80 degrees at most. So you don't have to roast while you're walking around up there visiting with them. Nice and comfy. Plus, we don't have mosquitoes here.
Yeah, and well, we don't. I've got no bugs. I have no bug. Nothing is flying around here. Everything crawls, so I have to deal with that. I have. It's so funny. The desert has life from another world. There are bugs. The bugs here. The bugs here. So the other day, and I think I've seen these before. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen one quite like this. So I walk out on my front patio, and FedEx or somebody had come by. So I took a moment out there, and I went to go fill up the bird bath and stuff. But I'm stepping out on the patio to go and do that, and I look down, and there's this big two, maybe 2 inches in length, and it's black because it's on its back, and I can see him with his legs. I'm like, oh, little guy, okay, I'll flip you over. I flipped this guy over, and he opened up his wings. I think he was pissed, but he was, this is the only way I can explain it. He was chrome metallic blue with a little pink, metallic, right? And I was looking at him. I'm like, that is the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was metallic and like shiny, like rainbow chrome, a little pink, a little blue, and some more blue, maybe a little green, but metallic and shiny. And he wasn't moving very fast, but he opened up his wings, acted like, a little aggressive, and just kind of walked away, taking his time. And I went, you know what? Okay, let me just pick you up. And I grabbed a leaf. He slowly crawled. He was big, man. It was big. And I just took him and flinged him out into the grass. I don't know what became, but I had never seen anything like that. No, you're not going to see that in New York City. I can tell you that right now.
No.
Not going to see.
I had one of those happen in Florida. We were going to a market in the middle of the night, and it was still, of course, like 95 degrees, like 2 o'clock in the morning. And as we were going in the automatic door, there's this thing on the ground. And I go, okay, you're the local boy. What is that? Well, it looks kind of like a palmetto bug, if you ever seen one of those, except this thing has like fangs on it. They're like 2 inches long. And he goes, oh, hell, I don't know. I'm going to go around it. And I'm like, wait, that's not the answer I was expecting. You're the local boy. You're supposed to know what these things are. No, it's just randomly sitting there in the doorway.
That's funny. You know what we used to do when we were kids? Man, I haven't done this. I don't know if it's cruel and inhuman punishment. But you know what we do when we were kids is we would get a June bug, right? And tie a piece of thread to its leg. And then it's like a leash. And so they're flying around.
Oh, yeah.
They're flying around, but you got them by the leash. Is that cruel and inhuman?
But I know kids that used to do that with flies and also with bumblebees. So you weren't the only one doing it, at least.
Yeah, I've never. I don't know how you do it with a fly, but June bugs are slow, right? And so you can catch them. I'm going to get email from PETA. You can't do that to a June bug.
Yeah.
Cancel.
Well, hey, just to give you the quick update. Yes, it is a very busy season up here this year for Bigfoot activity. So it'd be a great time for you to actually come on up. And I got permission for you to be here even. Ooh. And just in this week, actually, tomorrow I'm releasing a video. One of my friends filmed it in Alaska almost at midnight on July 31st. So that's just a few days ago.
Right.
They were down by a river cruising around with their ATVs. And of course, Alaska, the sun stays up this time of year.
Sure.
It doesn't go down completely. So while they're driving along, they're going, what are those marks down there? And they got off their ATVs and went down there. And in the mud along the riverbank, they found the tracks of many individuals, a whole Sasquatch family down there, including the adult male, apparently, with 22-inch tracks. And these are all nice and perfect because they're in the mud. So we're showing that tomorrow. And then yesterday, I showed some of my research from the ghost town of Coloma here, where we had been up there in July and spent 3 days up there, walk around, canvas the area, check out some new stuff. Kind of got skunked. The only thing we really found was 19-inch track. Other than that, you know, we felt like, we got creeped out, felt like something was watching us a few times, but that was about it. Well, now last week, one of my viewers who's also really good at the whole Bigfoot thing was looking at the video closely and went, you guys got several of them on video here. And I went, what? So yesterday I released a video showing those, and one of them was right in camp. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning, and the guy that was camping there with me had gotten up early and was walking around with his GoPro filming, had just come back, and he was sitting on the tailgate of his truck. So he decided to just do a slow pan around camp, got everything nice and stable. Here's what it looks like early in the morning. Well, he didn't even see it, and he didn't realize it, but he was about 50 feet away from it. And behind the little blue and white tent that I'm sleeping in at the time, there's this huge Sasquatch right at the edge of the tree line, kneeling down, and it's easy to miss him. It just looks like a big black blob until you zoom in on it, and you can see detail on him. And he screwed up in one way because he had his left foot out in the sun. So you can see his left foot and count the toes on it. So clearly not pareidolia. Mm-hmm. And like Mike said, who showed up a few hours later and set up his tent there, he goes, I had my tent set up there for 2 days. There's no stump behind it. That was not a stump. There's nothing there. Right. So whatever it was you got, it wasn't a stump. Well, yeah, if you look at it close, you can see he's basically got his right arm around the tree that he's next to. He's kneeling down. He's got his left foot out too far. It's partway in the sun, so you can see the end of it. And he's got his left arm down, almost, it's either on the ground or almost touching it. So he's like all hunched over, just sitting there watching us, apparently. So that was disturbing. But the one I got the night before, we had showed up there right before dark and set up everything. And I had just enough time to flip on the camera before it got too dark and do a pan around camp. And I caught something about 60 feet from camp standing between two trees watching us. And when you look at the same video from about 15 feet away that my buddy Ashton filmed the next morning, you can see where those two trees are. There's nothing there.
Right.
So there was something definitely standing there watching us. I had one of my experts that can read energy signatures, even off video and stuff, to look at it. And she said, yeah, that's a cryptid and it's giving off a dogman energy signature. And I'm like, well, wonderful. It's nice to know we got the whole gang there. We got Dogman showing up at night. We got Sasquatch hanging out during the day. This is a lovely place. So on the 17th, a viewer of my channel who happened to be vacationing here in Montana got a hold of me and said, I got to fly back to Oklahoma tomorrow. Do you have time to go out this afternoon? I went, sure, let's go to Coloma. It's only about a 45-minute drive. So I went up there and ran around for about 3 hours, and I found I thought it was a game path, but after I looked at it, I realized that it was a cow path, sort of. They've got high altitude cow grazing going on up there at 6,000 feet. Mm-hmm. And so this path is just beaten down with cow hoof prints and with deer prints and with elk prints. And you know how hard a cow path is, like concrete. So we stop, and I say, I bet you anything we'll find a Bigfoot track on that thing. I took 3 steps up the hill. There was the first 18-inch track. Mm-hmm. I took 2 more steps. There was the next 18-inch track. And this big boy apparently had come running down that trail when it was wet, because every time he put his foot down, he slid between 4 and 11 inches, and then he dug his toes into the ground about 3 inches. So there's these really noticeable craters all the way down the hill where he kept sliding and sticking his foot into the ground to stop himself from sliding. And 18-inch foot, guesstimating around 1,000 pounds. So he was a big boy. That was fun.
Have you seen,
that was on the video I turned out yesterday.
I'm gonna go check it out, and I'll check out the new one tomorrow. That sounds really interesting too, as well. But have you seen the movie 15 Things You Didn't Know About Bigfoot?
No, haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
Nope.
What? You've got to check it
No.
out, man. Hold on.
I know the list of 15 things that if you fall into all those 15 categories, you're probably hanging around with Bigfoot. That's an interesting list too.
It's with Brian Arnon, and he's great in it. And it's a comedy. It's and it's really, you know what, man? It's well made. Just go and check it out.
I will.
How do I say this? It's all about modern society, right? The internet, social media. You got this skeptic. You've got somebody else that is, he's plays Duke Sullivan. He's got the YouTube. Well, he's got the YouTube channel, right? He's yeah. I could have this backwards, but it doesn't even matter. So these two guys, right? Oil and water, go squatching. And I'm just going to leave it right there. And I can't believe you haven't seen it like 50 times. It's awesome. I've seen it like 3 or 4 times.
Honestly, I get to watch so few movies because if I'm not out in the field doing field research, I'm editing one of my videos, or I'm on the phone with somebody that's having Bigfoot problems, or I'm watching somebody else's channel on YouTube that's also out there filming Bigfoot, because you got to keep up with what they're doing, and they end up being guests on my show. So, that's kind of how I recruit talent for the show.
I get it, but you have to do what I do. You have to have some Duke time. You got to back it down, go from 5th gear to 4th gear to 3rd gear, relax. You've got that gallon sized mug, and instead of coffee, go with some Long Island iced tea with some ice, kick back and watch a movie that's made about you called The 15 Things You Don't Know About Bigfoot. And I'm serious. Next time I talk to you, you're going to go, Church, thank you, man. I loved it. It's great.
We'll absolutely check it out. Parenthetically, and this is on a hilarious note, one of my research team members, Ashton, the one that accidentally filmed that one in camp in the morning, he's saying, hey, do you know that you're in a book? And I'm like, really? I'm in a book? He goes, yeah, somebody wrote a book on cryptids in each state. There's like cryptids in Maine, cryptids in Massachusetts, cryptids in whatever, cryptids in Montana. And he said, there's a story of your sighting on Mount Sentinel. And I said, really, which one?
Okay, so Duke's going to be here all week. Try the veal, everybody. Try the veal. hey, Duke. Anytime, man. Why don't you come back? Let's get these videos released, and then next week we'll get you on the show. We'll do a full show and get caught up on things. How's that sound?
Sounds like a plan, buddy. And hey, I'd like to extend to you some help. I know it's really hard to find competent Bigfoot researchers that actually know what they're talking about. And you talk about blocking out weeks and doing, well, let's do a whole week of Bigfoot researchers. I can turn you on to some amazing ones.
Let's do a Bigfoot week. Well, we can start booking this tomorrow. I'll cancel.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'll cancel Lou Elizondo and. No, I'm serious.
He isn't even doing shows now. Come on,
no,
quit kidding.
Serious. I'm serious. Let's do Bigfoot next week. All right.
Well, it's that time of the year. This is when people get out in the woods, and if you learn a little bit about them, increases your chances exponentially that you might be able to find evidence or have an encounter.
That's what you are here for. Hey, Duke, enjoy your weekend, my man. I'm going to give you a call tomorrow. Let's get some stuff set up. All right?
Sounds like a plan, Jimmy. Always a riot talking to you. Thanks to everybody listening. Enjoy the chat room all the time. Take care, you guys.
You're the best. Duke Sullivan, World Bigfoot Radio. I'll cancel. I'll clear the calendar next week for Duke Sullivan. Heck yeah. Yeah, I can do Bigfoot week next week. You guys down for that? This is my show. Do what I want. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi everybody, this is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB. The X.
Right now, the world couldn't be more chaotic. History shows us what gold does when the world goes crazy. It goes up in value. Right now, we're in unprecedented times. The pandemic, the war in Ukraine, the devaluation of the U.S. dollar. Gold and other precious metals are a defense measure against the hyperinflation that's happening right now. So, what can you do to protect yourself? Call my friend Alan Johnson at United Gold Group. He's dedicated to helping people secure their retirement income. He'll help you with gold, with silver, and other precious metals, and show you how to set up your own self-directed IRA. Safe and secure, United Gold Group makes gold ownership easy and affordable. There couldn't be a better time, so call now and get a silver American Eagle proof set with a qualified IRA. Call 800-753-8534. That's 800-753-8534. Or visit UnitedGoldGroup.com. Reach out to my friend, Alan Johnson.
The Believer is the chilling true story of Dr. John Mack, a renowned Harvard psychiatrist and Pulitzer Prize winner.
This is an outreach program from the cosmos to the consciously impaired.
He risked it all to investigate human encounters with aliens. The Believer, Alien Encounters, Hard Science, and the Passion of John Mack. Written by award-winning former New York Times journalist and author Ralph Blumenthal. Now available in paperback from High Road Books.
Are you ready to read about true paranormal events? Unex Media publishes nonfiction books about UFOs, ghosts and haunted places, time anomalies, cryptid creatures, and more. Just like KUNXDB Radio, it's all about unexplained phenomena. Visit www.unxmedia.com to see our list of great book titles by Debbie Ziegelmeyer, Gene Walker, Devin Listrom, Wayne Lawrence, Bill Spicer, and yours truly, Margie Kay. That's unxmedia.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from River Moon. Just click on the River Moon Coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B Blend.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact.
Join us August 5th through the 7th, 2022 at the Drury Conference Center in Cape Girardeau, Missouri for the launch of the Midwest Conference on the Unknown. There are 3 interactive days packed with vendors, exhibitors, and nationally recognized researchers presenting on unknown topics like UFO UAP phenomenon, ghosts and Bigfoot, and Missouri's own Momo, the Missouri Monster. Cape Girardeau has long been one of the most sought-out areas for UFO enthusiasts since the 1941 UFO crash, and now is your chance to be a part of the inaugural conference. Visit cape-events.com or follow us on Facebook at Midwest Conference on the Unknown for more information. Ex-listeners get 30% off by using the promo code XVIP. That's cape-events.com, promo code XVIP.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roasted to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2B Blend for 15% off of your order today.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why Fade to Black? Because you never got that pony. Damn
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. It is open lines all night long. 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. All right, man, I love Fadernight. I love it when Damon T. Berry calls in. Yeah, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Awesome. I've been waiting to talk to you for years.
Okay.
I have a question for you.
I've been waiting to talk to you for years.
My name's Micah Green. I'm in Kentucky, Maysville, Kentucky, matter of fact.
Right on.
So have you been keeping up with Skinwalker Ranch?
More than I used to.
Okay.
Are you talking
so
about?
Do you think this?
Well, hold
Go
on,
ahead.
Micah. Hold on, Micah. Hold on. Okay, take a deep breath. Are you talking? are you talking about the new season of the show, or just Skinwalker in general?
Just in general, but it's the new season especially.
I haven't. I've only watched a snippet of one episode of season 3. I'm still in season 2. Now, up until last month, I hadn't watched any of it. But I talked to Dragon, and I felt I was a little embarrassed. I thought, well, how many people does he talk to? Especially, somebody like myself, of course, right? That goes, you know what, dude, I haven't seen the show. So I think for him, he was pretty surprised because he's used to people coming up and asking questions and things like this. But I hadn't seen it. So I needed, how do I say this? Not a reason to go and watch it, but I wanted to know why everybody else is so wrapped up in this show, because they are, for sure. So I went back, I watched, so I did. I watched season 1, and now I'm about halfway through season 2, and then I'll get into season 3 probably sometime next week. But there you go. So,
well, I don't want to ruin it for you.
No, don't do that. Don't spoil it. Look,
I won't ruin it for you.
I've had lots of friends that have done breakdowns of the episodes and have told me about them, and we've discussed them. But so I know about a lot of the stuff in season 3, but I haven't actually sat down and picked it apart and watched it myself. So what's your question about it, though?
So I was just, curious if you thought this was like a soft disclosure, since they can't just come out and tell all this, and this is the way of getting it out there.
Yeah.
But it's either one of two things. It's either that or it's all a big joke,
Right. Okay. I love this phone call, Micah. How do you spell your name? Is it Micah?
You did it, and you're one of very few that get it right.
It's an awesome name. And
Thank you.
And I'm just going to I'll hold it up to the camera. I actually wrote it down. Micah from Kentucky. It's right there. Okay, so
awesome.
But here's the thing. This is why I love this phone call. Is Skinwalker going to turn into Oak Island, where you're going to have 15 seasons of nothing, right?
Right.
Or is there going to be some magic here? And they have an opportunity. And I like Brendan. I think Brendan is I think genuine's the right word. Okay. I think he's genuine, but he's also a businessman. He is obviously
exactly.
He's sitting on a pile of money. and he's got his private helicopter. He don't drive to that ranch, man. He copters in.
Right.
So,
right.
So he has the tools and the ability to do whatever he wants. That's the first thing. But is there another part of this? Is there a way for him to treat it as a business and make some money? I've said if I was Brendan, I'd build a hotel and casino there. That's what I do. That's what I
tell you, the way that this season ended, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I was really shocked. Like at the stuff that they let out, it was pretty phenomenal, and the end was really good. So next season will tell the tale.
Yeah, well, okay.
It's going to be either it is or it ain't.
Right. Because I don't have the patience, and neither do most people. But if this turns into this turns into an Oak Island thing. Okay.
It's gonna be hot.
All right, here we go. 15 seasons of nothing happening, but there's an opportunity here, and certainly Brendan has all of the resources to bring it in. The show was popular, and if the big reveal if something happens, they do the big reveal. The show doesn't end, right? It actually gets bigger. I mean, holy crap! Right?
Exactly.
So, and I hope that he realizes that. I'll get him on the show and we'll talk about all of this. Yeah. I didn't want to have him on the show until I've seen all of the seasons, right? All of the episodes. You don't bring him on just because. Fade to Black is a show that can have him on as a guest, and you just do it to do it. No, I'm not about that. I want to see all of the seasons.
They're still knee deep in it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. Okay. Let me ask you this, Micah, and thank you for the phone call. And don't take 5 years.
Thank you.
Okay. Don't take 5 years to call into the show again.
Right. You know what? Tonight's the first time I ever tried to call, brushing my teeth and flossing. And you picked up. I was like, wait a minute, everything got shut off.
I love it. All right, so let me ask you this. Sure. Do you think Dragon's ever fired his gun? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think of anything important, but probably.
I don't think so. I'm calling Dragon out. I don't even think he has ammo. Yeah. I don't think he has ammo.
Barney.
Yeah,
Barney 5.
I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to go there because he's not Barney 5.
I got you.
He's not Barney 5. He takes stuff way too serious.
He does take everything way too seriously, but
he does.
Is he the person that want to have with me if something went down? I don't know. I mean, he's been cool through the whole show. He's definitely been there for everybody.
See, that's
but like if something really went down,
right?
I think he's out.
Yeah, that's right. Where'd Dragon go? You turn around, that ATV, you see nothing but taillights.
And there you are by yourself.
But you know what though? He's super smart. He's super smart. You can tell. You can tell.
No, that whole crew is super smart.
The whole crew is, except for Travis Taylor.
Yeah, especially the scientist. Whatever, he's on all kinds of shows. He's awesome.
You're talking about Travis Taylor?
Yeah.
Come on. I don't.
You like Travis? I like Travis.
Oh, Travis is a wonderful guy. He would be great at dinner. I'm not kidding. He's funny. He's, right. But rocket scientist. I don't know about all that, but Travis is all right. But you're right though. Travis is on Oak Island. He's on Ancient Aliens. He was in the CIA.
Yeah,
he's a rocket scientist. He's this. He's an anthropologist. He's a biologist. He's a DNA expert. But hey, we all love Travis Taylor,
right.
I don't know. I don't know if Travis understands how we look at Travis. I don't think he understands that.
Right.
I don't think he fully understands. So there you go. I'm gonna let that go. Travis, everybody loves you, man.
We're gonna leave Travis alone tonight.
Well,
night, Travis. We love you.
Right. See, this is the thing about Travis. Okay. We've all heard, he was the lead scientist on this, or he works, he's the Defense Department and rocket technology and all of that. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, Travis, I want to see you write on a whiteboard right now. Give me an algorithm. I need some Newtonian gravity figures on how a satellite slingshots around Saturn and arrives at Neptune. How would you do that? Let me see. I need you to write that out, and then I'm cool. But the rest of it, he's fine. He plays his part on these TV shows.
You are not right, Jimmy.
See, but that's the thing. I am right. Micah, you enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your weekend. And thank you for the phone call.
Jimmy. You as well.
Great phone call. Thank you so much.
Go Beckley Tepley.
Go Beckley Teppy. That's what I'm talking about right there. First time caller. Thank you, Micah. Behave and be well. That's a perfect phone call right there. That is a perfect phone call. If I'm Brendan, how am I approaching Skinwalker? And I've been trying to get inside of his head because I know his heart is in the right place, right? But he's also, he's got some money. So what's the angle here? He's a real estate developer. And he buys this property. And now, does he buy the property because he can and he wants to and go and bust a move on this phenomena and dump the resources into it? Yeah, I absolutely think that is where this is going. But is there another angle? I don't know. I truly don't. But when I look at him and I see it, part of it's a TV show, of course. All right. Again, I'm not stupid. So there's that part of it. But he doesn't have to do any of this. He's got other stuff going on. He can do whatever he wants anywhere in the world. And he's doing Skinwalkers. So I think that his heart is in the right place. I really do. The question is, if something happens, do they do the big reveal? I don't know. So as soon as I get season 3 in the can, we'll get Brendan on the show, and it'll be a great conversation. I have a lot of respect for him. I really, really do. Let me look at the clock. Okay, got time for another call before the bottom of the hour. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Doug from Montana.
How many Montana calls tonight? Man,
how many do you want, Jimmy?
Man, apparently, I'm telling you, you guys got to leave the house. You guys got to get out, man. You got to get out.
Jimmy, did I hear correctly? Next week's going to be a Bigfoot week.
You know what? I do that from time to time, and I'm in a Bigfoot mood. I can cancel everything and do a Bigfoot week. Why? You'd be into it, right?
Oh, absolutely. You were talking to Duke Sullivan a little earlier tonight.
Yep.
And you said Bigfoot next week. I'll be listening.
I don't know. This is fact, but this is my feeling. The UFO community is big. But the Bigfoot community is friggin' ginormous. It's
absolutely.
It's a much bigger, it's a much broader, and I'm not, and ghosts and the paranormal and all of this stuff, right? Okay, but Bigfoot, that community dominates all of that, probably all of it combined. It's a big community. And
we did Bigfoot in Montana.
Oh, I know you do. Okay, and your point is?
I know. I was listening to Duke Sullivan earlier, and you said Bigfoot next week, and I thought, Jimmy's the man. I know he'll pull it off.
Well, yeah, there's probably more Bigfoot in Montana than humans.
You could be right. Only second to cattle.
Yeah, there's my point, though. That Montana, North and South Dakota, right? Wyoming, Idaho. You could drive for hours and not see another human, but you'll see all kinds of wildlife. And I'm being serious.
When was the last time you were in Montana, Jimmy?
I drove through. I'm going to say 2008. Yeah,
it's been too long, man.
Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, probably 2008. I'm thinking 2009, 2008. Like it's in there somewhere.
You need to make another trip.
Oh, for sure. I mean, for sure. What's in Montana? What are the three biggest cities?
You've got Billings.
Yep.
You got Kalispell, not so much. Bozeman.
Yep, Bozeman.
And Helena.
Helena. Okay.
Yeah.
And those are pretty much the three cities that anybody's going to think of, right? Each one of those is dinky, right? Tiny. I mean, what's the okay? Hold on.
Compared to the East Coast, you're absolutely right.
Let's see here. Let's just for grins, right? Let's just go population of Helena, Montana. 32,000.
Yeah, that's small. You're absolutely right.
32,000. That's my block. That's my block.
Well,
okay.
Well, the entire state's just over 1 million.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's go with Bozeman. Let's go with that's with a Z, right?
Bozeman.
48,000.
Yeah, that doesn't count the college. The college adds another 20 to that.
Oh, okay, man, you guys are rock and roll. Okay, I take it all back.
Go Bobcats.
But my point being, the state itself is giant, right? And most of it, humans haven't walked anywhere. And so, if you're Bigfoot, where are you going to hang out? Bigfoot could walk down the street in Helena, and nobody would notice.
Probably buy him a beer.
And that's why I want to go to Montana to get out there, and certainly, for some squatching, but you have to experience that because most of it is untouched. It's nature runs that state. It's not the other way around.
Well, they don't call it Big Sky Country for nothing, Jimmy, and you're welcome up here anytime, man.
I really appreciate it, Mike, and come and hang out with us next week, and it's going to be great. We'll do Bigfoot all week long, and I'm definitely going to go up and hang out with Duke. I can't imagine a better time than that, and certainly you'll know when I'm up there.
You're the best, Jimmy.
Appreciate it, Mike. You have a great night and a great weekend.
No, Doug from Montana.
Oh, Doug. Did I say Mike? I've got all these Montanas down here. I can't. Hey, Doug. Have a great night, man. Thank you so much.
You too. You
bet.
bet.
Yeah, great phone call. And it's really true. So you go and you look at the biggest cities in Montana, and we all know we know the names. And Helena, right? And Bozeman, but 30,000, 40,000 in it, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. And to drive through and experience it and just look out, to the left and to the right. Big Sky Country is, well, it's you know what? Yeah, it's Montana. It's everything up there. And if you're Bigfoot, where are you going to hang out? You're going to hang out where there's no humans, right? That's it. That's where you're going to go. So, yeah, we'll have Duke on the show next week. And, well, yeah, I think we can do that. Do 3 nights of Bigfoot next week. Oh, I got to do Monday night. 2 nights of Bigfoot? Or do I do a Bigfoot show solo on Monday? Now we're talking. Hey, now, wait a minute. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that idea. And Duke Sullivan, man, he's the man. All right, let me take a quick break. I'll come back. One more segment of your phone calls. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Thursday night, Fadernight, 818-921-6929 or 323-275-9695. This is Fade to Black.
You're listening to Jimmy Church and Fade to Black on the X.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your girl Vivica Fox here, and you are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
Hello, Fadernauts. Jimmy Church here. You've seen me with my Thunderstorm. Now you can purify the air in your home and get healthy, clean, fresh-smelling air and eliminate odors just like I do right here in the bunker. The EdenPURE Thunderstorm uses oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules into the air, which seek out odors and air pollutants in your home and destroys them. It's called a thunderstorm because it purifies the air just like after a thunderstorm. And right now, you can save $200 on an EdenPURE Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. With this special offer, you're getting 3 units for under $200. Seriously. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use Fader3. Shipping is free and it's easy. Just scroll down. You'll see my name right there, Jimmy Church. Click on it and get your deal today. That's EdenPureDeals.com.
This is Billy Carson, founder and CEO of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv is the fastest growing and one of the most watched networks in the world. And I would like to personally invite you to check out our expanding library of TV, film, lectures, and special presentations. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv has over 6,000 videos covering lost history, health, UFOs, spirituality, and our future. We are committed to our community, and with my personal invitation, you can right now get your own free 30-day membership at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Your own library of information starts today at ForbiddenKnowledge.tv.
Your 1 million gigawatt paranormal powerhouse, KUNX-DB, the X.
Are you ready to read about true paranormal events? UNX Media publishes nonfiction books about UFOs, ghosts and haunted places, time anomalies, cryptid creatures, and more. Just like KUNX-DB Radio, it's all about unexplained phenomena. Visit www.unxmedia.com to see our list of great book titles by Debbie Ziegelmeyer, Gene Walker, Devin Listrom, Wayne Lawrence, Bill Spicer, and yours truly, Margie Kay. That's unxmedia.com.
Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app. Free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JamieChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back. Fade to black. It's Thursday night. It is Fadernight. It's open lines all night long. I like this. Having my mic lower, tilting it up, and I can go straight in to Twitter. It's just right in front of me. Madeline, Jimmy, a Monday night solo Bigfoot show would be an awesome way to start Bigfoot week. I'm kind of feeling that. There's a vibe to that. I've got a lot of thoughts there, and it would be a fun show to do. So, yeah, I'll talk to Duke tomorrow. I'm serious about this. I've got to cancel some things for next week, but yeah, let's do it. There you go. Next week. Squatch week. Squatch week. I kind of like that. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hello. How you doing, Jimmy Church?
I'm doing good. Who's this?
My name is Renee.
Renee, where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Vegas.
From Vegas. What's on your mind tonight, man? What's going on?
Oh, I was just curious about that first caller. I had heard of Damon Barry. You know, he was talking about Damon Barry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I heard of Damon Barry a long time on YouTube. He was on YouTube. He had his own channel. That's how he was spreading his documentary on some of his facts that happened to him. So I was wondering, you know, in my mind, I'm like, why is this caller just calling out of the blue? You haven't even spoken about him. You know, nothing like that.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think that was Damon Barry. We all know his voice. I could be wrong. Okay. I could be wrong in saying that, but I haven't spoken to Damon Barry. Oh man, it's been a long time. It's been 5 or 6 years. Somebody else can look up the last time Damon Barry was on the show. And so it's been a while.
Maybe another show.
Well, my memory. this is my memory about Damon Barry. Is after his last appearance on Fade to Black, his number was disconnected, and then I wrote him an email to get his new number, and the email was kicked back. And it was the same email and phone number that I'd used, the month before, whatever it was. So I've just lost track. He hasn't written me. I haven't heard. I have no idea until that call tonight called last week. You've got to stop calling Damon Barry.
Kind of a weird call. I was like, okay.
I don't know.
That was interesting.
I mean, it sounds remarkably like Damon Barry. So I don't know. I've got the phone number right here, and
I like to hear like an update. How you doing?
Yeah, has he posted on YouTube?
No, I think he uploaded one more video. He was talking about how you can get connected with UFOs directly, using something within your body to kind of connect with them, something like that.
How many years ago was that, or was it recent?
Oh, maybe a year or two. It's been a while. I haven't heard of him.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll leave it up to Twitter in the chat room for the updates on Damon Berry. But I haven't
it's
heard
an honor,
from him.
sir. It's an honor speaking to you.
I appreciate it, Renee. And
good job.
Be safe out there in Vegas. Are you guys getting rain?
Okay.
Is it raining out there?
A little bit here and there. It's like a little raining season, but now it seems to start clearing up a little.
Yeah, because it rained here today. I'm what 3 hours south of Vegas, but it's all desert. So I was just wondering if you were getting some of our weather system up there. But it was thunder and lightning right before the show tonight.
Okay. All right. Good. All right, man. You have a good night.
You too, Renee. Thank you for the phone call. And somebody just posted, and I've got a little bit of a Damon T. Berry update. That Damon's last show was December 27, 2016. So almost 8 years ago? 2016, 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years ago. And that's from Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. Man, you're the best. Dennis, was that his last appearance on Fade to Black? And what about Damon's last post on YouTube? I'm going to put you on hold. You stay right there. Don't go anywhere. You're up next. Let me do this right here and make sure that I'm doing all of this correctly. I'm putting you on hold. Just stay right there. Stay right there. That's not going to work that way. Okay, I've got to go backwards. Okay, all right. I got to run this backwards. All right, everybody, just be patient. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hello?
Yes, you're live.
Oh, yeah.
Turn me down in the background. Yeah, you got to turn me down.
Hi, Bruce from Oregon.
All right, Bruce, what's on your mind tonight?
Yeah, I didn't think I'd get through so soon.
I was going to put you on hold, but then I couldn't because of the phone system here. So instead of you going to the back of the line, you went to the front of the line. So you got lucky. Okay, next time it's not going to happen this way, Bruce. So just enjoy the moment. Okay, enjoy the moment. What's on your mind?
Since it's the call-in show, I was going to ask you about your thoughts on the, to what extent you're familiar with it, that eagle and serpent symbolism thing, because I hear a lot of narratives with it, and I'm trying to take it all in, and I don't know where to go with it, and I'm just curious. I don't think I've heard your take on it yet.
What's your take?
Yeah, they say
Okay, but what's your take?
I don't have one because I've heard so many of them that I just don't know. It's because the ancient Egyptians, they had that headdress and the cobra, like the headdress to make them look like a cobra, and then the cobra on their forehead. The ancient Hindus in their depictions of their gods, etc., they had like the same thing. And then I hear people talk about some people relate it to the alien thing with the reptilians or whatever, and then some people say it's like no, actually it's wisdom and knowledge, and I have no idea, and I'm just absorbing as much info on that as I can.
Okay, so this is my take, but don't take it as gospel. Okay, don't do that. But and it depends on who's using it too as well, because it's been used all the time. From different cultures and different groups and things. But if you're going to take it, Jordan Maxwell would have a different take on this, and he understands symbolism and things. But both animals, right, show strength. right? Okay, and the depiction that you normally see is that they're fighting, right? They're not getting along. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you see the snake will be in the beak of in the clutches of the eagle, and the snake is like fighting back, and there's this thing. It's like a battle between these two very, very strong animals, and both are predators, right? So now, and then to take it beyond that, what is it? Is it is the eagle representing humans, and the snake is representing reptilians? Is there that part of it? Certainly, I see that. Who is what is the snake representing, and what is the eagle representing, and why are they always in battle? You know what I mean? They're I say battle, but they look like they're fighting, right?
Well, yeah, like there's some people say that, what is it? Enlil, the Anunnaki stuff. Enlil is the eagle, and Enki is the serpent, and they draw, and I mean, I just have no idea because there's so much with this, and
yes,
but and then you see there's the sculptures of like I guess they're Greek, I think, and you see like a guy holding a snake by the throat, and he's just like, outstretched or something, and fighting I get, what is he, the eagle, or is he just a man fighting the serpent? And then you have the serpent in the Bible, ruining Eve.
Yes. The answer is yes, and yes, which goes back to my point. It's used with so many different cultures and so many different groups, right? So you have to specifically go in one area, the Anunnaki, the Bible, the serpent in the Garden of Eden, right, and the apple, and there's all of these different ways to apply it. But this is the trippy thing. And before I let you go, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago on the show. I'm sitting on my back patio, and I have these lizards that come and hang out with me. They used to run away from me. They don't now. They hang out. They come up to my feet and just look at me. They're not scared of me. And so I haven't named them or anything like that, but and they're running around in the backyard. And so and they're really fast. And I watched this dude come out from my left and run out into the middle of my backyard, and he's standing there. And at that moment, this friggin' raven giant swoops in and grabs him and flies away. And I'm like, that kind of sucks, right? And so I'm watching, the back end of the raven, right? And he's flying away, and I can see his what do you call the claws, right? The
talons,
talons, and both talons. And this lizard is like, right? And I'm like, man, that's a bad day. Dude was just hanging out on the back patio, minding his own business, and goes out and I don't know how easily he's sighted, or what's on the raven's mind, or does this go on all the time? Is this thing? But there it was, right? The eagle and the serpent, right there in front of me, right? The reptile and the predator bird right in front of me, and just grabbed him and was gone. I don't know what happened afterwards, but it was probably pretty painful, and saw it with my own two eyes. It was crazy. Well, Bruce, I don't know. Like I said, it is two very strong animals. Well, reptile and the bird. The eagle is the top of the food chain predator, and so are snakes. And they're always twisted up with each other, right? The snake is wrapped around the eagle. The eagle has got the neck of the snake in its beak, and the eagle is usually flying, right, and wrestling with the snake. So what does that represent? Yeah, that's great. And I am sure that. Yeah, go ahead.
Just one. When you brought this to my attention. This is unrelated. Sorry. What is it? Space Delta 18, and their image of that, like, what is it? A pharaoh or some ancient Egyptian,
like King Tut,
with their head over the earth.
Yeah, it's like King Tut. Yeah.
That. I mean, I've shown that to people, and they're the types that are not willing to engage in these conversations, and they're just like, okay, yeah, that's okay. What is that?
I know.
I mean,
this is what a great phone call. This is the thing with that. No matter where you are, right? Maybe you have zero interest in ET, or zero interest in this, or zero interest in Egypt, or whatever. Right. And you're in the middle of a boring life. All right. But you're going to look at that logo and go, okay, that's friggin' weird. No matter what, you're going to look at that and go, what's going on here? Now, that there are design firms. There's a competition for that logo. They are going to sit around and look at all the new versions and everybody's presentations for this, and take a look at this, and then hear from them what the logo represents and why this is here and this is, and somebody gave that presentation with that pharaoh's head. And the headdress that's on the pharaoh, right? That's all right there, and go, oh yeah, this represents us. Now I don't know what it is. I don't know. But it's friggin' cool. I love it.
Well, the Masons have a lot of that, the Egyptian hieroglyphs in their Masonic temples. And it's weird because their obsession, at least admittedly, is the Solomon's Temple, which is like, okay, an ancient, I guess, Hebrew temple in Canaan, Palestine, Israel, whatever. Why are you telling the story on your walls in your own little temple things in hieroglyphics of ancient Egypt? And then, there's just endless amounts of little tidbits here of the royal families and secret society and all this stuff having to do with this Egyptian thing. And then out of the blue, like anybody was talking about, here we get Space Force Delta 18, whatever, it comes out with, hey, look, Pharaoh over the earth. Looking at what the North Star.
Yep. Look, we could do a whole show on that and break it down and bring in people and have the interpretations and what these symbols mean. That is if you are going to go, well, this is symbolism. That is symbolism right there. That's it, man. That's it right in front of us. It looks really cool. I'm a big Egypt guy. Everybody knows that. But even for me, it was a bit much, right? Where I'm just like, okay, what's going on here? So hopefully one day we'll find out, Bruce. Great phone call, my man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Go
Beckley Tepe. That's what I'm talking about. That's a great phone call right there. Let's see. Do I have time? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. If I can't do it, then we will back off in another way. Let me see if this happens like that. Let's go back over to here. Hey, I did it. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, it's Jessica Rodriguez from Mass.
Hi, Jessica. How are you tonight? Take me off speaker, Jessica.
Oh, you weren't on speaker, I don't think. Hang on.
Okay, it sounded speaker-ish. So if I'm not on speaker, don't worry about it. What's on your mind? What's going on?
I'm sorry, I got a Bluetooth on. Maybe that's it. But I got you on pause on the show, so is that better?
It's fine. What's on your mind tonight? What's going on?
So, two things. Two quick things. Well, actually, three quick things. The Bigfoot week, you definitely got to do a solo Monday.
Okay.
With Bigfoot and you.
All right. If you
Definitely
say so.
Wouldn't be a Bigfoot week without Jimmy doing a solo on Mondays.
Okay. All right.
So,
Done.
That's number one.
Number two.
Number two. Do you got an assistant?
I have many.
An assistant for your merchandise?
We'll talk about that off of the air.
Okay. Yeah, I had sent you, and the third thing was I sent you a Facebook message about that. That's why I wanted to say that, because I just wanted to know if there was an assistant for that.
Okay.
So if I could talk to her, because I know you're a busy man, and I know you've got a lot going on. So
all right, I'll check it out.
Everyone keeps asking me, oh, when are you going to start? When are you going to start? And it's like, I don't know what to tell them, and it's like, I want to start tonight. I want to break out all the stuff and start doing it all, but
I get it.
Everyone,
I get it.
A couple people requested the alien logo, and I can't do that without your permission, and we gotta talk about that.
That's true.
So,
that you can't do without my permission. But
right.
Let me say this: I don't have Facebook on my phone. Number one, that's number one, or Messenger or any of that. And so I only check in with that a couple of days a week. So if you've messaged me there, I have to go and find it, but I just don't check in. I haven't been on Instagram for a week. I haven't,
okay.
I
sent it on Facebook while we were on the show tonight and I think a couple days ago.
Jessica, the best thing to do, because I have people that handle my social media for me. So I
figured that much.
So the best thing to do is email.
Yeah, I sent you my email in the Facebook because I didn't want to put it in the chat.
There's a new thing. It's brand new. It's called email. And so, and it's going to be big. I think a lot of people are going to start using it. So I'm using,
really?
Yeah. So that's what I would do if I was you. I would check out this new thing. It's called email, and email me, Jimmy at jimmychurchradio.com. Don't mess with that social media direct messaging stuff because I never get it. And trust me when I say this, there are thousands of direct messages that go down every single day. And so you're just going to get lost in all of that. That's why I don't have it on my phone. I don't mess with it. It's impossible. It's impossible.
Right.
It's impossible. So
I sent you my email address on your Facebook just so you know what my email address looks like.
Okay.
Or, what my email address is, so you know who it is when you see it. So, because it's not my name, obviously it's different. So I just wanted to let you know that, and I want to do this, and people are starting to ask me, and I want to give them an answer, and I want to give the Fadernauts the best damn stuff they can get.
That's
like
what
they're
I'm
gonna get
talking
some awesome stuff. Like you don't even know. I've put a lot of time.
Jessica,
I spent hours looking, getting.
Jessica,
I'm just waiting for the inks to come in. That's all I gotta wait for. And then I've got everything. Everything's ready to go.
Email. Have a great weekend, Jessica. Thank you so much.
All right, you too, Jimmy. Have a good night. Go Beckley and Carhart Tuppy.
That's what I'm talking about, Jessica Rodriguez. That's a good phone call right there. Thank you, Jessica. Email. After my social media rant from earlier today, I think everybody gets the message. Okay, all right. My day is not spent on social media. Probably, if I was going to break this down, 5 minutes. 5 minutes a day. Maybe 5 minutes. That's it. I'm way too busy. I've got 2 minutes. One more phone call. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, Jimmy, this is Bernard.
Hey, Bernard.
How you doing, buddy? I'm a long-time listener. Go Beckley Tepley.
Yeah, right.
And I'm looking at your guitars in the back, and I started out life as a lighting director for the rock band Kiss.
You're not that old.
Yes, I am. I'm 63 years old.
Wow. What version of Kiss? When they had makeup?
Unmasked. The 81 through 83.
Wow.
I toured the world with them.
Yeah, right on. You were LD for Kiss.
Yes, I was. I went on to school, and I became an electrical and mechanical engineer and a quantum physicist.
You know, Kiss is good for a lot of things. Hey, let me ask you this: Did they pay? Did you do okay as LD?
Yes, they did. They paid a very good wage.
Yeah,
you know, and
good for you.
I got to know Gene and Paul very well. They were gentlemen.
Yeah,
you know,
two cool dudes.
Yeah,
you know, I've met and hung out with both of them many times, and two cool dudes. Not what you would think. You know, actually pretty
I'm
cool.
looking at. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I'm looking at. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to you, Bernard.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at that guitar in the back, and it looks like the one that Paul Stanley plays, the Fireboard.
Oh, the Iceman. He plays an Iceman.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have an Iceman. You would think that I would have an Iceman in my collection. I've always wanted one. So you know what? You just kind of made me think maybe I need to go get an Iceman. I've always wanted one. You know, the black Paul Stanley Iceman with the mirror pickguard. Man, those things are cool.
Yes. You know, it was quite an experience in my life.
Hey, Bernard.
Yes.
Thank you for the phone call.
Okay, buddy. Thank you.
Have a great night. And he's right, man. Started off as an LD for Kiss on the Unmasked tour. Man, those were the days. But he's right. I've got to get an Ibanez Iceman. And even if I don't play it, you know, just to look at it. You know, when you go back to the inside of Kiss Alive 2, I think he had an Iceman in that, right? Pretty sure. What else would Paul have played? I don't know. Had to have been an Iceman. And with that wraps another Thursday night right here on Fade to Black. What a great night. What a perfect night. I just love hanging out with all of you. And I'm being serious. You know this by now. Fade to Black is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vito, and Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy. SpaceboyMusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network, and this broadcast is owned and copyrighted 2022 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I guess next week it's Squatch Week, Bigfoot Week here on Fade to Black. All of that because of my co-host, Duke Sullivan. Everybody have a great, safe, fun, amazing weekend. I'll see you right here on Monday. Until then, be safe. Go Beckley Teppy.